Hello, and welcome to Game Dev Masters Under the Hood. In this episode, we're going to be doing a gameplay guide slash walkthrough of the game. If you are unfamiliar with the game, well, it's a modern tycoon experience. No, we're not going to do that. As a solo dev, I have to push the game all the time. I'm not going to do that here. Just jump ahead in the video if you want. You can take a quick look at the gameplay or just tag along on this playthrough. If it looks remotely interesting to you, just jump to the link in the description, head over, try the free demo. It's only a couple gig, no real big commitment on your end, and if you like tycoon games like Game Dev Tycoon, Mad Game Devs, Game Maker Studio, a bunch of games that have inspired this game, I think you're really going to like it. So, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, first things first, let's go into the options. Let's turn the music right off for this. Gameplay, don't want that. We'll use the effects, but we'll kill the sound. And the rest is fine. Okay. Now let's start a new game. So, company name, player name, it's going to get thrown back at you several times, and it's used in the leaderboards. So just pick, you can pick whatever you want. I don't really care what you pick. If you put something like really hateful or racist, I will clear you from the leaderboard. I won't put you in the Hall of Fame or whatever, but you do you. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Anyway, then you just pick an icon. Right now we just have an assortment of logos, but I may let you bring in your own logo at a later time. So I'm going to be male. Birthday, currently this is doing nothing, but there's a dynamic events that's coming where you're going to get a certain amount of events for certain years and whatnot, and some of them are tied to your birthday. Like some of your staff will do things on your birthday. The country, this is nothing actually. I'm not even. This is fluff. Technically, not even recording what you pick here. I'm actually, when you post scores to the leaderboard, I'm using your IP to put the country flag. So you go ahead and pick whatever you want for that. That's just extra. Favorite genre. You can click on these eyes if you need information. But essentially, this just is a researched genre at the start of the game. I'm going to go with RPG. Essentially, researching a genre in Game Dev Masters is the equivalent to learning how to program it in real life. So, in terms of like an FPS, that would be learning gun mechanics and bullet tracing and like things that are common to FPS. So, if you try to make a game without that knowledge, you don't get to see the relevant numbers. You're basically just guessing. So you want to have the genre research in order to make it. So this is just the first game you're going to make. The first thing I'm going to make is an RPG. Once you get rolling in the game, you'll research several genres. So this is not like a hard committal. The manager perk, however, is hard committed. And you can read through the descriptions, but the short version is this lets you see the trends that are created by the AI selling games as well as your own games, although small games don't contribute largely to that, but it helps. This lowers the cost of games you make. This one increases 5% sales on every game you sell. This one cuts the employee cost by 50%, and this one has a big increase on how many fans you gain. They're all pretty valid. I don't know which is the best. We'll go with Trend Visualizer, just because it doesn't affect sales and whatnot, at least in the early game. Once there are trends, you get notified if a game's trending or if a game has oversaturated in the market and it's no longer going to be good. But with the Trend Visualizer, you can always see the trend percent of everything in the game. So it's pretty powerful. But increased sales, reducing costs can be arguably better. So for the seed, we've got two seeds, procedural and reality. I consider these difficulty levels, and the reason being is that procedural, nothing is guaranteed. All your matches, like FPS and military, RPG fantasy, like things that are, a guaranteed truth in our world. You can't guarantee that's the case. You're going to have to research everything and then make games that work in your world. So it's a little more difficult. Whereas with reality based, the opposite is true. Military FPS, that's a gray match. Fantasy RPG, gray match. In fact, you can use guides. There's a link to one. This is my own that I built when I was writing the system. That has all the matches. There's like 4,000 or something. It was super fun making that. But there's a link to that in the Discord. There's a Discord link in the description if you want to get your hands on that. But we'll go with reality. Now, it's hard to say because it's a new feature, the reality based. But since I wiped the leaderboards not that long ago, I'm seeing a lot more reality based players than procedural, but that could be players just experimenting. So anyway, let's move on. So you pick a base model. There's 4 base models. It's not an excessive amount of customization. It's just some customization. We may expand on this later. If you want to change the animation, you can go to idle. You can spin them around. It's a bit of a feminine pose. I got like a girl idol there. I got like a feminine idol. I need to get a male idol. I'm gonna take care of that shortly. I just realized that now, actually. We'll go to outfit 4. I like that's my style, the jacket. And now these is not the color of the hair, it's a tint. Okay, like it's yellow, it's not white. So you need to get a little creative. Like if you want brown, you want to tint it like with a bit of a dark gray. You can turn it brown. I'm gonna drop the skin tone down a bit. And then I'm gonna get some a little more funky on the clothes, like a purple and green. We'll go with that. Okay, I'm gonna not do pop-up tutorials because I know what I'm doing. I know what we're here for. So I mean, my office looks like this. Yours could look however you set it up. I mean, this is just what's currently rolling. This changed how open the windows are. You can either animate it or not. If it's not animated, it's just going to jump to your new settings. And if you're animating it, then it's just going to animate whatever choice you pick. So I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. And then you have the lighting power. Like if you wanted to go full in the room, no sun, this would create more of like a nighttime kind of a vibe. Same as if you were the opposite was true. And your light's coming from the sun, so you get more of a day vibe. I personally like about like a 70 and like a 47 around there, something like that. Whatever works for your eyes is what you want to go with. And then of course you can change the color of your office. I like dark colors, but you can, color your office however you want. We'll go with a brown desk. We'll go like with a real dark yellow wall. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like a bright logo, and then like a real dark green floor. That looks terrible. But that's fine. That's what we're gonna go with. These beginner tasks. These are just things you're going to basically do anyway. It's just a little extra money and just a little bit of guidance. Okay. Now, get 2 major ways you can start the game. You can go straight into. I clicked that to pause. I'm going to be adding time controls actually pretty soon for people. You can go straight into making a game, or you can do some training, get some research points, do a little researching, or however you want to go. We're gonna go. Oh no! What have I done? How did I trigger that? Oh, it's because he was. Oh shit! I was in the middle of working. Oh shit! I know what I did. See now, yeah, I I closed it with him in the middle of a task. And because of that closing, but I went back to the main menu. A little minor bug. 1 second, okay. I should probably cut all that out of the video. I don't know. I don't really like full transparent, but there was a little bug there. That's why I couldn't start. But essentially, you can go straight into making a topic. Fairy tale. That's gonna work good with RPG, I believe. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure. I don't remember. Okay, you know what? We're gonna train and do a bit of researching, or rather, training research, because oh, and it kept my fucking research. Oh, what did I do? That okay? Oh, you bitch! It's a couple variables because of the way that I closed it. There's a couple of variables that didn't clear on the new game creation because they're not saved variables. I know they are. What? Oh shit! I know. Okay, it's because I use the same one. Fuck. I'm gonna have to cut that out too. Awesome. Alright, we gotta take care of these after this, so. Yeah. I mean, this is not. These things shouldn't. Nobody's even encountered these, but I was doing something kind of specific to screw my guy up. But anyway, I have the research. So we're going to research fantasy. Because I know fantasy RPG, that's a top-notch match right there. So we can go straight into making a nice, pretty high quality first game. Okay, so we'll get this research. Now I don't have any computer hardware. Computer hardware, stats and speed, like make that kind of stuff significantly quicker. So this guy, he's brand new, right? Obviously. Okay, so we got fantasy. Go to a new game creation, new project. Pick the topic. Going fantasy. We're going RPG. You notice it's the only one in green because it's so you can see the tooltip is researched how many games you've made, and that's the trend. It's the unknown, no games, no trend. But this would let you could look and see like, oh, that's pretty high, and then research, make a puzzle or whatever. But we're gonna make RPG. This is unresearched, but I know that it works really well with adults and with male or mature. Okay, so now we need the platform. This confuses some people. I need to add the license cost here. Okay, because some people don't get this because it's worded wrong. It's not their fault. Development cost refers to what you have to pay each time to make a game on that system. So every time 15 on PC, 10 on the X-Cube, 20 on the Game Station. This is actually going to cost 14, and that's what confuses people because the license cost is different than the dev cost. So you can see like the dev cost is 10. I need to add that into this. It's just something that needs to be improved moving forward. And the market share is incredibly good on this console right now, but that's based on RNG, so that's just luck. They open based on RNG until companies start selling games. So you're just looking for the cheapest one, honestly, is what I would recommend for a first one, but a high market share with cheapest is going to be your best. If they were equal, you would go with the market share. Now, you only have the default engine at the start for obvious reasons. You can only make small games by yourself. So now we need to name it. You can use the random. Our gorgeous RPG, that's not bad. Unkempt role-playing. The petite medieval. That's it. That's the one right there. I mean, it's not the best random. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on the random name. Now, once you begin a game, this becomes available. Create marketing campaign. Early in the game, I put one that's no cost. It's just showing off your work on a subreddit. You can only go up to as high as 5 with this. You could do 5 of these for 0. Then there's 2% for 5 grand 1 week. And then of course you also have 10, but we don't want to. This game is going to be good, but it's a little early to invest that much into it. I'm just going to go with a couple free campaigns while we're developing. Okay, so there's the two minimums. You don't see them until the EXP screen, and that's the total tech and design, as well as the engine tech minimums. You don't see them at this stage, and I'm going to change that. I would like you to be able to see all relevant data, but essentially, it's 75 total tech and design for year 1, and 3 engine tech, which is what the default engine has. So you don't have to worry about that. But the 75 is pretty tough to reach on your first project. I'll be honest with you, but there are some ways around that. Now, your main key element to design, you need to hit this optimal focus. Alright? Now, these are our slider weights. We can see these because we researched it. So this is very high. These are the percentages that are in the stages right now. These are evenly spread, 33, 33, 33. This stage, during it, there's a 70% chance to make a tech bubble. During this one, 60% design, and 80% chance to make tech over here. So this is fairly even, but we need a little bit more design. So based on that, we want the lowest possible on this. Okay, and the way it works, very high, you need 30 or more. But you want to be at least 30% on something that's high, at least 20% on something that's very high is 30%, high is 20%. Normal has no rules. You can crank it full if you need to, if it makes sense, or you can take it all the way down, whatever makes sense. Low needs to be under 30. If this was low, it would need to be under 30. Very low needs to be under 20. And that can be anywhere from, under 30 to 0. But it needs to be under 30. So in order to make if we want to get more design, this is our best design one. This is very high. We're gonna take it to the max. This normal, it's tech. We don't need any of it. We're gonna take it all the way down. This high, we need at least 20%. So we're gonna do it like this. This would be the best way to try to hit that balance. Now, we can do a company program. You start with enough. These funds are based off of the valuation of your company every year, and it's a separate pool of funds. It's not your money. It's not attached to your bank. You buy one program, and it's gone. Now you can use these 75 tech, 75 design, but that will really imbalance this project. But we could fix that through other means. But it would be an easy way to get over that 75 minimum. But we're gonna I believe in this one. I'm gonna buy. I shouldn't have done that yet because this is now gonna give nothing because it went over the 5%. But I just threw that into hype because I know this is gonna be a good game. But we're not gonna cross that 75. The only other way we can cross it is by putting time in it during a delay. Okay, so this is the tech one. Now in order to see, pretty close. I want to go the opposite friggin' direction. And I realize that might not make that much sense. But I'm going to try and imbalance the game. This early on, if we imbalance the game, we could fix it in the delay, which could give us enough time to put in 75 and cross that mark. If we cross that and hit within 3% of the balance, this game is going to be an instant classic. Okay, so this is 90 tech in this very high. We are going to take that to the max. We're going to take that all the way down. I'm going to go all the way down. We're going to do 91 of the wrong thing. Holy shit, see, our guy's so weak. We don't have any skills. skills would really help increase the bubbles. Making engines really helps increase the bubbles. We're gonna hit the minimum very soon. That's not a problem. But for this very first game, it could be an issue. Unless I get some more tech that I can imbalance, we may be in trouble. So right now we're at about 54. Keep giving the blues. Oh, that's decent. Oh no, keep the blue. Okay, so we didn't quite make it, but pretty close. So we're only 15 off. We are imbalanced. Okay, we do make that minimum, like I was saying. Now these numbers I'm going to be moving to the HUD so we can see them all the time. You get a bonus, new topic, new genre, obviously. This is EXP for your sliders. These levels have a big impact on how many bubbles you can make during that stage as well. This is a price slider. We're not going to price it because we're going to delay it. So here, this is our current balance, and this is where we want to get, which means we need design. So we click this, it's telling us we need to go to 40. We need another 11 design. That's not bad. If we were on tech, it's saying we need to go to 22, which means we'd have to throw tech away. This is in the red. We don't want to do that. So we need design, and this is letting us know the math to hit perfect. So we need 11. I think I could do that in 2 weeks, maybe 3. I'm tempted to go 3 to ensure that I get enough to pass the thing, but we're gonna go with 2. Okay, oh, so the convention, oh man, I want to do it. It's gonna cross 40. If it's gonna break it, I'm gonna do the convention. Yep, it's broken. Okay, we're gonna do a simple. These do this exact same right now. This is gonna be like a mini game in the future during EA. This would just be larger versions, and then this one you have to have three games for that. We're gonna do this. This is a game that's in development can yield hype from these events, as well as you'll get a ton of fans that come by your booth, and you can convert them into fans. If you picked a game that's on the market, it would also be available here, and that would give you I want to say 8 weeks, or no, 4 weeks of more sales based off of how good your game is. You make more money. You get an extra 4 weeks of sales basically. If it's a really good game, that is very worth it. But this will give hype for our current game. So we got 25 hype, 12,000 fans. Dude, that's a lot. That's gonna help a lot. So now I'm gonna pause it. We're at 35 because we were at 20. When you delay a game, though, you lose half the hype, because I think that's realistic. I'm still delayed. Oh no! Stop putting in bubbles. Oh no! I wish I had passive. Oh shit! 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm within 7. So it's a secondary mark, but not perfection, unfortunately. Now the way the price works, it does not affect sales. It affects fans. So if we go up to 10, we're gonna make a lot more money, way less fans. If we go down to $2, way less money, significantly more fans. And obviously, this is your balance position, and that scales with how high you go. But I don't need more fans at the start of the game. I'm just gonna go with $10. And it costs as much as, take as much as possible. What do we got? Oh, that's pretty good. Now the way it works, anything 6 and over is that's pretty good. It's considered a success, and it's gonna make you good money. Anything under a 6, and you're probably not gonna make great money. But we crushed it. 8-5 on the first go. Absolute crush. Take a little picture. Couple of researches. I'm gonna make a game report on that game, because I didn't know the matches. Got a mail coming in. Yeah, good deal. This is probably gonna say, was it masterfully made? Yeah, crushed it, dude. Crushed it. That's pretty solid. So yeah, great and great, like the magical chart predicted. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually. So I do. I have 4 new features available. I'm gonna actually learn 3 of them right now. This game's absolutely crushing ass. So I'm gonna go straight into making a basic engine. I'm gonna do 1 feature from each of the stages. The way features work is when you add the feature, not only does it add the tech to the base engine, but when you add the feature, you get increased tech, as well as it significantly buffs the bubbles that you're putting in. So if you add these low level ones have 1 tech. If you add 1 of them in, your bubble goes from 1 to 2. You know, and so when you add like the higher features, you're adding like 7 and 8. It's gonna add all that to the bubbles. So your bubbles start getting really large, and it's needed for the requirements of the higher games. Okay, so we got those 3 features learned. We're gonna go straight into making an engine. Got 1 from each of these stages. I'm not even gonna bother naming it. We're not gonna commercialize it. Keep it cheap as possible. And then this basic engine, so we go from 3 to a 6. Okay, and then if we add all 3 of these features, it's now a 9. This engine is powerful enough to go right into year 3. But it won't necessarily be making enough bubbles. But we have other ways around that. So let's get this engine made. It's pretty good. Now I'm gonna first thing I'm gonna do, okay, I made an engine, I know I'm the best. I'm gonna purchase Crunch. I'm gonna equip that skill. Okay. And then I'm gonna go into the deep dive. I wanna do it on Fairy Tale. I'm gonna research that, and then I'm thinking this one's for kids. I'm gonna research these 2. I don't have enough for these 3 researches. But that's how you deep dive a topic. And you can see how the 1 genre was in green. It's letting you know which one you have researched. Essentially, when you have 4 and 5 genres researched, you might want to take a topic, check it against those 4 or 5 genres. What's your best hit? You know, get all the relevant information. We'll jump back in here for 1 sec. So this is going to be a good match, and it's great with kids. That's good enough. It's not great, but that is going to be good enough for our second game. Now the other thing, because I've already made a new engine, come year 2, I could make a really good sequel to that first game already. The way it works for sequels is that my brave, her gentle event, that's perfect. The way it works though, it's essentially, see, we don't have any money left here. I just lost my train of thought. What the hell was I talking about? I lost it. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay, so this is my very high one. That's perfect. So I don't even care. I'm just gonna lower these ones. Even if it doesn't make sense, I would do it because engine is strong enough to put 2 tech addition. I only have the 1, but regardless of all these things, what happens is when we get to the gameplay, okay, my guy right now by default at his level, his power, he's making like one bubble. So if I add this 1 tech, he's gonna make 2 bubbles every time here. Okay, and what we're gonna do, that's gonna go real fast. I'm gonna crunch him during this stage. which gives 100% bubble chance for a few seconds at level 1. See right there, we're already cranked out quite a bit. Oh, a new convention? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this back on sale. Oh yeah, this is the cheaper one. No, I can't do that. Put this back on sale. 13% more sales, so that would be roughly around 30 grand. That was a bad choice, actually. That wasn't a good choice. If you run the math, I didn't do good there. Oh, look at how this is. It's like, oh yeah, you know, obviously that would work out, because the more you use a stage, that's how you level it. So the ones that were very high that I cranked, they're the ones that are good. I'm not even gonna pay attention. I'm gonna do as much as I can in the high feature ones, just to make sure that I get this minimum. See, I'm getting the 2 per on these bubbles. Like, that's significantly more. We're basically almost at the minimum already. So this next state, yeah, we're over the minimum already. We overdid it. So let's just worry about the balance from this last one. Oh look, perfect. Oh, this is tech focused. Okay, we're gonna not add that. We need design. So this is normal. We're gonna take it all the way up. We're gonna take this all the way down. I'm gonna go to 40 on this one. There's a slight quality increase at 40, and we've made some mistakes in this game, so I'm gonna go for it. But 30, there's no loss if you go to 30, but you can get a small increase going to 40. And I didn't use that feature because I don't want it making 2 in a stage that's gonna crank tech. Come on, get those design bubbles. It is not making nearly enough. My guy's still a total noob. Uh-oh, stop it. Oh, we're gonna have to delay this. We don't want this to go into year 2, because we're not ready for year 2 quality yet. We're actually we're fairly close to it. Balance here is off though. This game crushed. It did fantastic. Okay, so we're way over the minimum. Tech way over. As you can see, like we almost used 9 because we didn't use that last one. So we are off on our balance. It's a new topic. We're gonna delay until we need 20 to 2 weeks. I don't know if that's under or over. It's not as bad in the early game. When it starts getting later, it can be difficult to nail those delays when it wants a few hundred. But that's what you can use crunch and passive during delays. Uh-oh, slow down. Slow it down. We want like 61. Oh, this is good. Alright, take a break. Take a break. Take a break. That's perfect. Perfect. Trying to get within 3. We're gonna crank this. $10. It's just instant. 8. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got some new research. I'm gonna actually train my guy in design, because I'm gonna make another RPG. I'm gonna make a sequel in the new year. So it's not going to win any awards, but it was good. I'm not going to release the worst game of the year this year. There's no way. My guy's, he's done too well for himself. I don't think one of my games will be the worst. They're doing pretty good. This game is doing really well. I could actually move to this. If I just did nothing, I could probably move to the second office. I'm going to actually finish this. I just need research any genre. I'm gonna pick this 30 grand up here. So let's do that. So let's go in. I like FPS, so let's take that. It's snowing out there. I have the sounds and stuff off. That's why you don't hear it. Alright, 202. Yeah, we're gonna probably cross the 250. But the sequel we're gonna release is definitely gonna give us enough to push into the next room. And then both of these came out this year, year one. This one was made in our new engine though. This one wasn't. So we can absolutely sequel that. Okay, so I got that research, I got that task out of there. I'm gonna do a little bit more design training. This guy, I'm gonna go hard into design. I'm gonna hire a tech guy. Oh, it's already at 250 now. Ooh, tempted to go into the next room, but that would put me under the gun. I have no money. Would definitely put me a little under the gun. But if I just relax and let the year change, and then I'm gonna do the sequel. Technically, it's when you release, not when you start it. I could start the sequel now, and it wouldn't matter. But my guy needs to train anyway. Now training becomes 1,000 times easier. Just want to see the instant. Yeah, it wasn't me. This wasn't me either. I didn't. You're not. I don't think you can actually put the best game of the year as a small game. I'm honestly not 100% sure on that. It's a deep game, guys. I can't remember everything. There is so much going on, and this is just the absolute basic small game. Okay, so we have tons of research. It's gonna be great for our next engine and stuff. Alright, let's make this sequel. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it on the same platform. We're just gonna rename it actually. Your unkempt role-playing game. There you go. Okay, every time we use these, they start getting more and more powerful. The higher the levels, the better the chance to produce bubbles. So it's a big advantage. Okay, so we know exactly how to make this. This is our third RPG. That's pretty easy to do. So we're gonna crank this just like we did before, keeping this over the minimum of 20. I'm not gonna crunch this one though. Actually, no, I can. It doesn't really matter if I crunch it or not. I need to actually get. No, I don't. What's our value? Oh, see, look, we have enough. We sold enough that we can do more company programs. I'm gonna wait on that though. I could buy a bunch of tech or design, or I could promote the crap out of the game. Let's bring this. Make sure we drop that rate down. Keep that over the 20. We're actually rocking a perfect right now. This one's 50-50. I'm gonna crunch the first stage and just hope for the RNG gods to be on my side here. So we actually need 150 tech and design total, which it honestly is a lot. But without meeting that minimum doesn't mean we can't produce high scoring games. It's not like you don't need perfection to get high scoring games. You want to get as much right as possible. So I'm not really concerned about passing that minimum. Once we get into the next office, it's going to become a breeze with 3 people making these games. And I'm going to get a new engine rocking as well. Okay, so that's balance-wise, it's pretty good. We're actually at about 103. See, because I'm getting two design per, but not 2 tech because I put those points in design. Yeah, see, I get 2 design per. We're at like 117 now. I mean, that's pretty damn close. 118. We're only oh, the balance is perfection. We're gonna go with it. I'm gonna crank it back up to $10. Let's see. This is without making the minimum. I still scored with all the sequel gives a boost as well. As long as you are in a new year with a new thing, like that really balanced out against not being able to make the minimums. So that's perfect. We're gonna move. We're gonna move into the next place. Same thing. Pick your colors and your atmosphere, and of course here. This is a settings save that's to your account. So all your playthroughs keep your room scheme. You can get to change them when you want to change them, but that's why you come in and it's not the default like white before you color it kind of thing. Because I've already been here many times and colored it. So we're gonna go into staff management. We're gonna get. Oh yeah, I forgot to change these pictures out. So you get to look at the glow in the eyes. You're shining on hard, man, on those eyes. Oh yeah, their eyes are just insane. Insane. I want to pose them differently before I take that shot. Oh my god. They look insane. I'm gonna go. We're going with a studio of dudes. We're at a dude studio. So, what should I make next? Okay, just go straight into making a game. I can make. Okay, topic use is 2. 17% trending. I could make one more of these without suffering a loss, actually. That's kind of boring. But I have there's after 3 you start taking a reduction. It's like you make that 4th one and there's a little bit of a quality loss. You make that 5th one and there's a little more quality loss. You make that 6th one and like it starts to get to where you can't continue to just make it. Now because this is small, I don't have to tell them what sections to work on. That only comes up in the mediums. So you can already see with the 3 people making bubbles, it's already like way ahead of where we would be. Now, just because we have the tech in the engine for year 3, that doesn't mean we have the tech in the engine for a medium game in year 3. I'm gonna take that right down. I'm gonna keep it like that. So you're already at 100. We're gonna be well over the 150. And then I'm gonna make a new engine. Okay, what are my tasks here again? Engine features, hardware, and a broom upgrade. Okay. We'll get those. Can take those all right down. Well, actually, it's gonna make too much tech. I'm gonna balance it out between these 2. Since that one has the feature, I figured go a little less. I haven't crunched my guy. I'm saving that for the delay because we're so far above the minimums with the 3 people. But I did really well. I got here very quickly. It may not go as smoothly in your playthrough. Everything is different. That's kind of the point. But the seriality match is a little easier because you know that you can hit those nice games. Okay, so let's see where we're at. So we destroyed that. Still well above that, of course. And we're actually not that far off from the balance. So according to this, we're going to need about 62. So I'm going to put that to only be 2 weeks. So we need to get around 220, 230. Oh, the convention. We're booking. We're going to book for this current one. So it's your skinny story. I'm going to get hype. Hype? So I need around 230, right? So we looking like we're gonna be able to shy? Do I crunch him? No, I'm not. No, shit. Good thing I didn't. Oh, no, here's flying stop. Beautiful. This is gonna be a beauty. Oh, I don't know. You can't see it. Okay. Oh, okay. Over 20. Yeah, because you get so many fans from the conventions. It's expensive, but you're essentially trading money for fans. I might even nerf how many fans you get because the fans affect sales. So I mean, it's an incredible way to increase revenue from games. No, we're gonna actually research engine features and get the expensive ones. You know, I'm gonna get a bunch. Some of these cheap ones and expensive ones. Hardware and a room upgrade. Let's do that. Get this off the board here too. So let's do get a monitor for this guy. It's pretty cheap, and then we'll get the motivational posters. Boop. So you can put posters. This is just a little bit of focus. This is your speed. This will lower our rent. If you're going to be here for a little while, this is a great one. Taking 10K out, you know what I mean? But it's 25,000 a month. So taking 10K off, you know, after a year, you're looking all right on that. So if you're going to be here for a couple years or whatever, that's a very good upgrade to get. But we got the posters. We feeling super motivated by those posters. I'm gonna do a couple more engine features down from here. I'll make sure I get these big ones actually. And I'll do one more down here. That's a ton. It's a ton of stuff. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pop out a sequel to that second game that I made. First, we're gonna create the engine. We're gonna create. You can I'll back it up. If you go to upgrade, see, you can add up to the upgrade slots. These are 2. That means you can only add one thing. You could add 2 ones. Like that, you know. I mean, it's relative to the engine that you've created. Okay. So you need to start with something bigger. See, this will have, I can come in later and add 5 more tech. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? If you go commercial, it's more expensive, and then this affects how much revenue you're going to take, which also affects the chance of them using your engine. But we're not worried about that yet. When you're small time, the chances of them using your engine is not the best. But if you have relevant engine, this engine we're making right now in year 3, it's a pretty powerful engine, or year 2 rather. It's quite a powerful engine. It might actually be viable. I don't think so, actually, for the AAA company, not for a AAA company. It might be for some of the low end ones, depending on the value of their company. But anyway, got this nice shiny new engine. So you want it 88K. We can't. Wait, actually, no. We want to go. Wait, what's this? Oh, someone else is making RPGs. That's why it's got a nice big trend on it now. Wow. Sorry, what was I thinking? Crap. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Okay. I want to do a sequel of this bad boy. So, you know, if this engine, so if we went into a medium, the price is going to shoot up. I haven't trained them in endurance. I don't know if this would work. I would be risking the company on this. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't recommend it. but I'm a wild card. But yeah, I would not recommend that. Fuck it, it's YOLO, man. We're going deep. This could be the end of this guy to play through. Honestly, I would go. I'm just gonna make this another small, get a little bit of a buffer, and get some endurance training. These guys have no training. They may not be able to handle too much workload. So this is an RPG. I knew exactly how I was gonna make it. So now when we go into it, I don't know if they're gonna be able to make this whole game. So now only, like during these stages, okay, only Cooper Thompson right here is gonna be making full power bubbles during this stage, and he's doing almost nothing. And then on this stage, Ryan will be making I'll be making all the huge bubbles, and this guy will be making huge bubbles. Now, this guy will still make bubbles. Like on my stage, he's making bubbles, but they're drastically reduced by not being in charge of the stage, unless you make use of some skills. Like take charge allows you to make full bubbles when you're not in charge of the stage. So right now, because we don't have that many features, we can actually, I could add this in on the high, but there's no real advantage to that, so I'm not going to add that one. The real question is going to come down to, I'm going to actually crunch him on his stage too, because he's got good bubble strength here. So look how much he's making per bubble, making over 5. Although he's put points in design, I should have actually had him lead a stage that was design based and have him crank on that. It would have made a lot more. But still, he did pretty good. I don't remember what the minimums are on the medium. See, this is why I wish it was in the HUD, so I could see what I'm aiming for. So I put him on the low, and he's not going to do anything. Put this guy in here. I'm going to go down. No, okay, so you can't do it. Bring it down to here. It's going to be nasty in the next one. Oh. And then we're going to crank that stage. I'm not going to put that one. Now this has been working out because I've only made RPGs, but honestly, I would get more EXP if I was doing multiple genres. It's a good opener. But I've already done too many fairy tales already. I'm gonna have to learn a new topic and deep dive it against a few genres, maybe learn a couple genres, get a little more fluid with design. So this guy has to go on the heavy stage. This guy, he's gonna go on the normal, which is gonna do nothing, and I'm gonna go on the low and do just what I can on that bottom guy. Okay, I'm gonna have one guy overloaded. That's gonna hurt. For every time someone's overloaded on a stage, it takes a bit of a dip. But he's in charge of a very unimportant stage, so it won't be a massive dip. I think we might still be okay. We're gonna have to make money quick. Could take out a small loan probably too. Yeah, we could take out 60K. And we can only pay, we could put on the long term. I'm not gonna take that out though. I don't think we need it. I think we're just gonna be okay. I didn't look at what the I'm not paying attention to some of the numbers. This is a bit of a gamble. But if you're going for, there's milestones. This is a milestone scoring system based on surviving Mars. So the faster you get to these, the more points they are worth. So you start, we can get up to the next room and make DLCs and remakes and ports. Get You get more points for the speed at which you get to these things. So like for the best points, see, I mean, I wasn't thinking about it. Like I could do that right away. This we're working towards. We haven't crossed that threshold yet. Some of them come naturally. But yeah, the sooner you can get there, the higher your milestone scores, which gets you higher on the leaderboards. If we go to the realistic, this Benny Blurp guy on the demo is in number 1, and this Ashley guy is in number 2. And I think that's the worst game dev on Twitter. Just because he's made like 58 games, and I know he's played a ridiculous amount, so I think that's him. If you're watching, I think that's you probably. Okay, so this, you're getting a warning that you're in the red, but they will let you finish it. It'll give you a little bit of time to sell this current game, but if you don't get out of the red within a couple of months of launching this game, it's game over. That's why this is a risk. But oh shit, that's way off. Oh snap. So we need 224. Shit, how many weeks is that? Oh man, was way off. I wasn't really paying attention to balance. I'm gonna go with 6 weeks. And I said I needed like 220, which puts it at like 4 or something, right? Yeah. I think I used crunch. Yeah, I did. I crunched them. These guys, I didn't put skills on them. They're high enough level. They're level 4. They should have skills. Either crunch. Crunch is really good for making games. Passive is really good for making games, in my opinion. If you want to do contract work, Rush is really good. Rush is really good for DLCs, console ports, contract work, making engines, like anything that falls in the special category. Rush is essentially crunch for special work. You can accelerate time, slow time. Like there's some interesting skills. I don't know what's the best. I just know that crunch and passive give the most. Oh shit! I'm already at 310. I'm only at I got 3 more weeks. I'm gonna go way over this. Oh crap! Should I add more hype? We're so far in debt. But it's just the matches are good, so the hype is good. Okay, slow it down. Slow down. We got about 2 weeks left. Ease up. See, this is where I would put them passive. You could turn them passive. It's like the opposite of crunch. They have a 0% chance to make bubbles for a period of time. No, stop. Oh shit, I'm going too high. Not good. That's way over. Oh fucking A, that's right. That's enough. See, once it starts getting higher, it's a little trickier, but we nailed it. I think we're gonna be okay. Even with that one overloaded worker. Oh damn. Oh damn. It's maybe raining outside, but it is pouring in here. Oh, this is good. Wow, we crashed it. We crashed it. Let's see. This should give me a couple 100K first week, I bet. Boom. Let's see where I fucked up. It's gonna, yeah, poor management of workloads. That's the only thing we missed was that one guy hit red. And that's only because I didn't do any trading. You shouldn't do that. We just, like, let one more week kick over here. Boom. And then if you just do a few rounds of training for everybody in endurance, then all of a sudden, we'll do this one. All of a sudden, they're gonna manage their workloads like it's nothing for medium games. Now you can get away with the medium. You just saw me. I only had the one little screw up there. It was pretty damn close, perfect. But when you move into large, if you haven't trained some endurance, you're never gonna make it. And then when you go into AAA, like, you better have some really well-trained staff. But as they get higher level and you're willing to throw the money at it, they can go up fast too. Like, watch, this guy only has a 1 monitor improvement, so it's not Very small. It's a tier 1 monitor. Look at this guy over here. Let's buy him this $150,000 monitor. $50,000 keyboard. 25,000. And then let's tell him to make that endurance. Let's see if we can catch him just with those upgrades. Go, buddy. Go, bro. I just threw a lot of money away on this. I wouldn't recommend. No, he's not gonna make it. It's faster, but not fast enough. Okay, I would not recommend that though. I don't know why I even did that, honestly. So I have life, which I feel like that works well with simulation. I don't remember the matches, but I'm pretty sure simulation and life is good. Let's just find out. How's our company program? 40. See, here they're 100. In order to get the company benefit, you better be doing a little better once you come to this place. But I came here really early. Okay, so let's just see here. Life and sim is a good combo. It's not great, actually. I thought that would have been great. I have to check my sheet. I'm not gonna right now. Okay, so I got this nice engine. Let's go with a bold replica. I still have my hair, but we'll go with that. Thankfully, I still have most of my hair. Same is not true for everybody in my life, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna use him on a design stage. Actually, this guy's a high-tech guy. You know what? I'm gonna put him on that. I don't have any features. Shit. So if we crank that, I don't actually have any features for that one. So I can bring this up. This is low. I can go all the way up to like here-ish. Bring this up a bit more. I'm gonna add those features to the middle one. The height definitely helps as well. Yeah, sure, let's see. It's not me. Once again, I didn't win anything, but I didn't lose anything. If you get the worst game of the year or whatever, you lose some fans. Like 5%. 5% total fans or something. But it's not too bad. So let's just make this medium here. Okay, so this is balanced. Okay, with tech, you know what? This is the one. We'll put this guy in the high. Take that all the way down. It's looking gonna be a little rough for next one. Actually, I'm gonna take that up first, and then down. Okay, he's gonna need to go on a really weak section next time. But this will help getting some time with some good bubbles. This one's not as my features don't line up with this engine, or sorry, with this genre. So I'm not getting the juice that I need. I need to actually just like get more features in all the different stages so that I can like adjust for the different genres. I don't remember what the minimum was, but it's probably pretty high. Okay, so this guy's gonna go on the very high. Okay, you're gonna go on the low, and you're gonna get on this normal. Okay, so boom, we're gonna make that. We're gonna make it. So nobody's overloaded this time. I don't know if I've made the minimums, but nobody's overloaded. So we got that feather in our cap, kind of. Now, that medium sold 1.1 million. That was a damn good game, man. When you consider what I put into it, it's not bad. I mean, it's just under $1 million. Alright, let's see what the minimums are. And that's why I'm going to move them to the stage menus. And I mean, that's the one thing I can always guarantee as development moves forward through early access, is that I play the shit out of my own game, and I'm with you. Like, you know what I mean? Where you feel the game is tedious or is missing something, I generally also agree. Like, you know what I mean? As a player, I can sometimes see like there's a hole here. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's like, I want to see these on the stage menu, even though it's not really relevant. I mean, especially the engine tech one. That one I could actually put right in the game dev section. You don't need to see that all the time. Although I know you kind of do, because you want to know if you need to add more features. Actually, no, they're both gonna go there. Maybe even with a friggin' check mark or an X or something. So anyway, we need a big delay. Okay, so we need like 222, 225. Last time we needed, what did I do? I did 6. I'm gonna do 5 this time. I didn't buy them skills. I got the money now. Should have bought them skills. Also, it's great to get them the hardware and then start cranking training. Like, I mean, as much as I just made it this time, that was only 2 trainings each. We do another couple trainings on each guy or whatever, and then all of a sudden, they're not even going to be breaking a sweat. You could put the same guy on 2 different very highs and crank him up. It's not going to bother him. So, and 600 was the minimum. We're going to pass that for sure. Oh shit, I should have started a fucking marketing campaign. It means I got about roughly 2.5 weeks. Shit. What to do? Shit. I have to do this week one. That's a shame. I don't suppose the convention's about to start. Yeah, it is actually in 2 weeks. Oh, it's not gonna pass. I can't delay it. Once this wants to launch after the delay, you have to go. I can't hold it back, but I can put it in there, get more fans, and add 2 weeks of sales, provided that it hits well. If it doesn't hit well, it ain't gonna be good. But basically, if we make this game and it does okay, we're getting close to 400. Keep it going, boys. Oh, let's go. Yes, let's go. That's beautiful. We did good. That's gonna be good, dude. That's it. Boom. It's just instant. Crushed it. And now we're crushing it. It doesn't have as much marketing hustle around it than the last one did, but we're probably looking at a few $100,000 here. Hit it. 238. Executed perfectly. One of the best games ever made. Holy shit. So if we wait, we could go into the bigger office. That's risky. That is risky. I honestly should produce one more game at least. Get a better engine, because we're starting, you know what I mean, but if we get more people, all of a sudden medium game becomes extremely easy to hit. Large games are different. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a medium on this bitch. Look at the fans game, man. 73. So you might be getting too many fans from that. I mean, I don't know. It's a big convention. You paid a lot of money for it, so it's hard to say. Crossed 100,000 fans. So these are extra week kicking off. That's a nice amount of sales. The game didn't do big things. It's making great money. We should do one more. Oh, so we're only at 600, 6 million. 600,000. Let me see. Valuation. Yeah, 600. A little under. Because we only just started medium games at the end of that year. We didn't cross up high enough to really get up into there. So we could take out 91,000. I'm going to take that out. I'm gonna let this cross 1,000,000, and I'm gonna show you guys the third office real quick. I believe this is gonna crawl. You know what? Actually, while that's going on, let's do a contract. You know what? Actually, let's research character skill. See, I actually really like this one. Leverage shows me this is just pure free hype. I'm gonna grab this guy with rush, and this guy with rush. We're gonna put that on him. So get these guys rushing, and then we're gonna do the contract. These aren't really big yet. We'll go with this one. That's 2 weeks. Whoa, shit. 117 in 4 weeks. That'll be no problem. I think with the rush work. See, rush special. These guys just start dumping them. Just start dummying those contracts with that, right? That's why when you start making DLC and the console ports and stuff, it's done as special work. So that kind of skill, like, that's going to be very beneficial. So we got 8 weeks left to sell on this thing. Should get a nice amount coming in now. And this contract's no problem. Shit. Monthly costs. Oh, what the hell level are my workers up to? This guy's 5, so that guy's like 10,000. This guy's like 10,000, so like 20,000. It'd be like, should be like 45,000. 47. Oh yeah, it's because no. What? I think it should be 47. Unless you don't remember. Fuck, I'm not gonna cross that mark. Or am I? I don't know. It's just when they take another month of my money. That's a lot of points in 2 weeks. Oh, that's a crazy amount of points. I have to rebalance contract work in general. Honestly, it's wrong. Let's just see if we can get it with the special. Oh, maybe. See, now, and this is also based off of research too. That's why improving research is an important stat. See, you just dummied that first half, but I don't know. See, my guys, you only make 1 per on these. They don't have the power yet to do bigger. Come on. You got this. They got this. They got this. It does. You get a week of 0. Yeah. See. Oh yeah, there it is. Boom. Another contract. That's a buddy of mine. So we made it. Let's buy it. Boom. Now we're basically about to go broke. And we can't. You need to get. This is where we can add a dog. We need to fill those staff positions. Like we could even. You could risk it, and you could. This could be kind of crazy. But if we just fill the room. So we get a task for that. That helps. These ones we can't do. Okay, you know what? We can go to manage engines, and this is our old one. Scrap that. 50K for that too. Okay, we're crushing. And then we make a medium game with all these people, and it's a very easy. And then we're looking good. The only thing is, we're not going to want to step it up. We need to do research. Blah, blah, blah. We'll go up to large, and the cost is going to go up again. And that's only with this lower engine. We kind of need a more powerful engine to make the requirements are large. We're not ready for large. We could maybe survive if we went medium, and we're moving a ridiculous pace, actually. This is one of the best times I've ever made it to the third office. But we're going to call the playthrough there. I don't want this to get too too long, too into the end game. We don't have any, we pull in just as you guys have been cool. If I just spam this in, we go into the portfolio and we take one of these cheaper companies, acquire at least 50% of it, 51%. Then we can, then we get some holdings, acquire control of this, and we could start training this company, right? We can invest in it to increase its rating, specialize it into one of the AAA production stages. We can assign it work and make it make games for us. And that actually is a very profitable thing to do. And we can shut these companies down if we don't want to pay for them, because we do have to pay the monthly cost, which is 10% of the valuation. No, I cheated money in. I'm sure you saw that. There's a cheat in this client, and that's for, it was for media people. Some of them are pretty, time limited, and the game gets better as you go forward. So I wanted to make sure they had an ability to just throw some cheat money in there. But that won't be there in the real game, so don't be expecting that. But yeah, I think that's basically just that's how you push through, man. I hope you guys liked the playthrough. All right, take care.